LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be going into our second map of this best of 3 series. Of course, as always, I can bring you up the wonderful odds for you on this one. I'm guessing it's going to be somewhat the same, innit? Somehow it's better. Wait a minute. Match winner. Those are the odds, but for winning their own map pick, the odds are worse. What about map 3? Do they even have odds on this? Oh, it's probably because map 3 weighs it down. Actually, wait, is map 3 the same as... Oh, okay, well, either way, it's favoured in Gambit. Gambit are the ones who are going to be expected to win this one. I'm not overly surprised. They looked dominant in the first map, and I expect more of the same in the second. I feel like EPG probably are better on train. I think they attempted a pocket pick. I think that's what it was. It was one of those things where it's like, hey, you know, Gambit, they don't play that much nuke. And then it's like, yeah, but you still don't really want to just face off against them on it. Well, if you're sort of a lesser team, you want to go for your choices, your stronger picks. And I feel like train is a map that we can see good results from EPG on. I'll be interested to see if they can actually pull things back here. We've already seen a best of 3 series with both teams taking their opponent's map choices, so it's definitely possible. I wouldn't say it's done, but at the same time, I highly expect Gambit to take this one 2-0, especially after the dominance we saw on Nuke. It looked like they had pretty much everybody having their moments. I think Dosia was excellent, which is not something you see too often. Seized had a great performance as well. Again, someone who can fluctuate. And then Adren was just doing what Adren does. So, in all honesty, if that happens again, they're done for. And even towards the end of the map, Mo started to step up. And if Mo's playing well on this map, they don't stand a chance. Some glimmers of hope lied in the hands of Elian. I think he had a decent performance when he had the AWP in hand. So, hopefully they'll be able to get it in hand for them once again. But either way, we are going to be going into what is our knife round, I believe. Yeah, it is. And, well, hopefully we'll get to see EPG start on the CT side. Because then I think this could get a little bit more interesting. It was just the fact that they started on the T side of Nuke. They got absolutely ruined. And, ooh, Dosia, is he going to be... Oh, gone. Dosia's won this. Watch. Is it... How did he not... Oh, is it because he swiped? It's because he swiped. The logic of knives in this game, and if you swipe the air, for some reason they do less damage. It's like me going, whoa, and then whoa, and then the second time, for some reason, me stabbing you hurt you less. That is just CSGO things. But either way, we are going into our pistol round. CT side start for EPG. It's what I wanted to see anyway, so I suppose that's something. Definitely want to watch out for Elian on that AWP, because he looked like straight hot fire on the previous map when he had it. And speaking of straight hot fire, Seized has himself an incendiary. Now, if I was a betting man, I would say there's probably going to be a rush towards the B site. Smoke going to go down onto the ramp, and then the incendiary will be used to block off the connector. Fenvicious, however, is going to hit everything, and hello, that's 2 quick headshots. A third coming in for his teammate, and but goodbye. It doesn't matter about the Molotov. That was a straight up B stack coming out from the CT side. And, yeah, good luck, Mo. He's managed to retrieve the Molotov. Hasn't managed to retrieve the bomb. So that's going to be the tougher thing. I like the fact he's using a Hydra pin. Major champion. And only one of them's using it. They prefer the other things than the major champ. I would kill, actually. I wouldn't kill. If anybody is watching who could arrest me, I would not kill for, even though I would, for one of those pins. But, either way, I don't know why we're watching anyone other than Mo. They know he's still there, because he's making noise. CT side don't want to risk this at all. They know that Mo Can definitely pull off crazy rounds. Molotov going to go down, which actually he is going to get the... Whoa, Kree's coming for you, Mo. Kree will win. 1-0. Elements Pro Gaming. I feel like it should be Elemental Pro Gaming. Maybe it's a bad translation. Elemental Pro Gaming sounds... Well, it doesn't sound cool, but it makes sense. Elements Pro Gaming. Unless they sell, like, hot elements. Like the little things that you put inside, like, a heater. Then it makes sense, but I don't think they do. Then again, I have no idea. Either way, enough about me talking about their name. It is going to be, again, same thing. If it ain't broke, even though it didn't work, don't fix it. Straight rushing towards the site. Molotov doing a lot of damage, and, well... They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Now, I think that's actually quoted from a movie and not from actually someone smart. But, either way, it is going to be an absolute slaughter. They run towards the B site, they get slaughtered on the B site, and then they go back to the B site again, and it happens again. So, 2-0 EPG. That was flawless. Exactly how you want to start this CT side. Elian doesn't have an AWP, but he does have a scout. And it is just Glocks. Absolutely nothing invested here. They're not. They're not doing it again, are they? Rush B, don't stop. Oh, we just seized. We just did this. Seized. We've done this. We've done this already. Seized. Like, yes, but they won't expect it third time. By the way, this is not my impression of Seized. This is just generic awful accent number 7. But they won't expect it third time. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Here we go, though. They've changed their mind. Seized has realized there's another point on the map. For anybody wondering why I'm singling out Seized, it's because I think he's in-game leading. Obviously, this is just a joke. It's a Glock round. If anybody takes anything I say seriously, then... That's funny. Kree! He's got an incendiary. He also has a UMP, a chance to make a huge amount of money, and he makes none. Seized will find the opener. 24 seconds left on the clock, and most of the players on their team are just going to want to die. Then get a bomb plant. That's magnificent. Instead, they are just going to die. Okay, Seized actually gets a second. He is the Glock warrior. He rushes out with his Glock out, and it is going to be 3-0. Still a couple of players dropped, which is better than nothing, and we are going to see a pause called, I imagine that's technical, yeah. No ping issues, really. Oh, supposedly that's 35 is really not that bad. Okay, he's gone down. He dropped a full 13 ping. Obviously, I don't know how much that affected him on the other side of things, but, here we go. We are going to have T-side with the AKs. FAMAS and an MP9 in the mix, but plenty of money, well, plenty of money on 3 players to buy back up into the next round. I suppose they can still drop like a FAMAS or 2. It wouldn't be the end of the world. And FamVicious, I'm expecting him to be a little bit more aggressive in this one. And that's exactly what he will do. Up close, personal with the MP9. And try and take the fight. Already, Mo will kick things off over towards Ivy, and oh, Hobbit just about gets away with that. Today he won't have his ring destroyed. For anybody wondering, that was a Lord of the Rings reference and not anything else. Dosia. picks off one more, and, well, it's not going too well for the CT side. They're going to want to at least do some damage in this round. Don't let the T's get away scot-free, and, oh, Elian misses the shot. I wanted to see that AWP, but I wanted to see it connect. T's already nets another, and, yeah, well, that is what you call a slaughter. They get every single kill, they don't lose any players, and they're even going to save an AWP, I imagine, for Mo. Unless, is Adren going for the opening pick? He's got an alright spawn. Adren AWPing. Let's go, buddy boy. CT side are going to be able to force into this one. It's not going to be the best, but it's definitely not going to be the worst. They have a double AWP setup. Hooch will be picking up the secondary. I wanted to watch. Okay, there you go, Adren. That was what the timing was for. He gives it straight back to Mo. It's like, here you go, buddy. I can do it too. There's going to be a couple of trades. Kinder actually picks up another AWP and starts firing off shots. Gets himself a double for the team. And back to a 3 versus 3 after the early picks come in. Seized and Hobbit lost. However, Adren and Dosia were the ones having this sort of incredible game in the loss. To be fair, Seized was as well, actually. Let's see. Can they find the openings once again? 1 minute 15. It's normally the CT side, which Gambit are better known for. The T side's always been a bit lackluster, but Mo, why does it switch there? Mo will find the kill. Femvicious and Hooch. Only ones remaining, and now Femvicious. You have to do something impressive. Does manage one, but Mo is just mowing them down as he wins a second round for Gambit back-to-back, and the CT side money has now been destroyed. And the T's are going to have plenty of money to buy back into this one. Likely to see maybe a P250, but even then, you kind of think the Elian may just want to save his cash. He can go for a glass cannon AWP in the next round if deems it necessary. I think that may be what he's about to do, so not really anything invested at all. Femvicious, as said, 1 P250. And we have the Leaning Tower of EPG. Okay, the tower's quickly dismantled. A bit like the Eiffel Tower was initially meant to be. There we go. We turned it from a joke about players standing on each other's heads to some topical information about the fact that the Eiffel Tower was originally meant to only be there for a little bit of time. Elian, he does go for the glass cannon AWP, as expected. Oh. Gonna see some aggression once again, although Femvicious actually changes his mind. Looks like he's about to go running straight in towards the site, and doesn't manage to get anything done as of yet. Early Ivy control taken, and Adren has just gone peeking in and already found Elian, and the second as well onto Yakinda. Adren still looking strong. Kree almost hands him a third. And this has been a full rotation out, and this has been spotted. Hobbit has all the info. If they want to, the T side can just go running back in. Hooch is still around this area, but will he know that Hobbit's so far forward? Nope. And this should be a very easy round from here on out for Gambit. Great play in the end. Obviously, magnificent stuff from Adren just to be able to pick these players apart. And then also Hobbit just utilizing that, and Adren's not stopping. He combines with Dosia to close things down. It is going to be 4-3 in favor of Gambit, and the T side looking very strong indeed. Hooch taking a tactical pause. That will be obviously just a few pistols invested once again into this round. 4 rounds back to back, and just look at the money. Pretty clean rounds across the board as well. Okay, this one was a little bit closer, but in the grand scale of things, Gambit doing very well indeed. And now we wait for the next buy. Gambit should dismantle these pistols fairly easily, and in fact, they've already kicked things off. A double for Dosia. Creed is going to be running all the way back down Ivy, as his teammates try and delay them a little bit, but nothing really... I was going to say nothing stopping a Drem, but he gets shot in the face just as I say that. The 5-7 still out of fashion, as will be left to the floor. Well, actually, no, Dosia picks it up. Never mind. But now we have another buy. Hooch and Elian. Orps will be raining death, or at least they hope. They do have seized a little bit further forward for the AWP pick, but they're not going to do it this time. We saw it previously. 5 rounds already on the T-set for Gambit. I think they're just, from this point, they just want to win the half. I think they're definitely a team who could easily take this over on the CT side. They don't need this many T rounds, but considering they won 5 in a row, I think just taking the half will be the minimum that they expect from here on out. And the CTs need to try and stop them doing that. Dosia. Ooh, that was nice from Yakinda. Traces his head through. Yakinda is going to have to fall back, but Femvicious has found another. Looking to try and just force the issue on towards this B side, but Hobbit can't connect the shots. Eventually does. Hooch is going to be there with the AWP, but there's only the 2 of them left. Mo to try and cross on that nade may actually do enough. It does. Hobbit dunks down Kree and turns it back into a possible situation. I believe the Molotov doesn't spread to Mo either, so he's going to be able to survive on the site. Now, this is not an easy place to win the round from, especially with a man flanking in. Mo does suspect it, but Elian will catch him before anything else can be done, and now Hobbit has to try and hold on. It isn't going to be the case. They get a bomb plant. Their money is going to be even further secured. Maybe you in the chat are interested in more information. Einstein did say Insanity doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. However, the quote did not originally come from him. That's cool. I like that. That's interesting. I like learning, so there you go. T-side, still plenty of cash for them to buy into this next round, and they have been one to try and change the pace. Only going to be one man here, of course. Hooch does have his back. And Vicious is just waiting with the smoke. Basically, the second he spots anything, he's just going to try and slow this to delay any further pushes. Gambit just baiting out the utility. Mo looking to try and find sort of opener here. And Yakinda, you can tell there's a temptation for him to go a little bit more aggressive, and instead T's are going to make their move. Flashbangs have left them blind, but they haven't actually spotted him on the top of the train. Then Vicious just able to last as he finds a double. Eventually, he's traded out, but he may have done enough to give his team a chance, and his teammates are just jumping down, but Dosia saves seized. The X-God exterminates Yakinda, and now Elian is left into a 1 versus 3. The money's just not there again for the CT side, so he is forced to save, and Gambit, they may have been knocked off the horse, but the fact is they've got straight back on 6-4. CT side are going to be struggling once again. And Elian, well, all he can hope to do is save this AWP. And the fact is the T's could go hunting here. They have plenty of dosh. Dosia is even going to remove that weapon. That's going to be the most painful thing of all. You also have to wonder whether or not they will just save in this round. Because Elian could realistically afford an AWP into the next one. Then Vicious, Kree can easily afford rifles, and okay, the rest will be struggling a little bit, but it'll definitely be a better buy in the next round. You are correct, Autodirector does suck, but unfortunately, I do not have an observer. It is just me, myself, and I. all by myself. Don't wanna be. CTs in this round at least. Doing some damage. Elian's managed to retrieve an AWP, and Yakinda has a rifle as well, so... Can Dosia turn this back? That's the real question. They're doing a lot of damage, but it is left all onto the X-God in a 1 versus 3. Hooch just waiting around the corner, and... Oh, we'll see. Can Yakinda close it? No, he can't. It's all on Dosia, and he steps up. Another great round from Dosia in this series. He's 10-4. Now it is going to be the force buy-in. Spoke about that off onto Elian. He has it once more. Kinder. He's been doing decent work over towards this Pop Dog spot, but... by the looks of it, they're going to go back towards B once again. A lot of T presence up. Caesar's already going to kick things off. This time Yakinda can't do anything, and the push is even going to come out. Molotov going to force Elian off spot as well, and Femvicious goes down on B, meaning they've opened up both sites. They have so much control. Hooch going to be just waiting around, and actually may be able to catch one man, but he misses the shot. That should give everything over to Dosia. Hits the first tag, but it won't be enough. And they're still trying to hunt these remaining weapons down. Cree does actually catch another one. They're making things at least a little bit more costly, but the fact is the T's have so much money that it won't matter. Well, Elian, once again, he's trying to save this orb, but just look at Hobbit. Oh, okay, never mind. Not gonna happen. Yeah, normally I read chat in real time, but this time we got a delay on the stream, so can't do it, unfortunately. There'll be a bit of a delay with that. Elian, oh, that's mean. Wait, is it going to spread? Oh, it won't matter. Mo just runs around the corner spraying with the CZ. Once again, EPG are left with nothing but pistols. And Hobbit just looking to do more damage. Elian does at least manage to get himself one. That may not seem like a big deal, but every kill he gets leads him ever closer to having an AWP, or maybe even extra Kevlar. Elian actually does get a second kill, so yeah, that's something. And will that actually make a difference? It will. He's going to have armor behind the AWP. I think he would have had it anyway. At least needed himself one kill. So yeah, he can get full Kevlar or buy... yeah, not going to buy head armor. Just go for some extra utility. So those 2 kills definitely helped him out a little bit. Now the CTs have another buy. But I spoke about sort of just winning the half for Gambit probably being enough. I think they have a very strong CT side. They've already got 9 rounds. If they get to 11, I think this is almost certainly done. Let's have a look and see. Double AWP set up for the T side, interestingly. Now, the CTs have been bringing the double AWPs in so often that it may just be seen as a bit of a counter. Will be Hobbit picking up the second one this time. close. We do have Yukinda, who's going to be left completely blind. Does manage one, drops the bomb, gets a second as well. Yukinda going for more, but both Orps now chime in to pick up a killer piece. However, now Mo is all that remains, and Hooch will close it. 9-5, what a way to make a living. And EPG are at least giving themselves a chance going into that T side. Of course, T's have so much money. Hobbit's even just going to be throwing... I imagine, did he just throw weapons away? No, he juggled some. Not going to be a problem, at least. And they can even go for some early AWPs if they want to, just to give themselves a chance to find a pick. Seems like in the meantime, Avangard have eliminated Flipside. Definitely not the start the Flipside wanted to have to their new team's career, but either way, it's looking a similar case here as Gambit have just bounced back into a round after a loss. They're looking like they're about to absolutely destroy their opponents. And is it going to be a flawless one? Can Vicious stop that? No, they can't. That just seems to be the Gambit way. Lose a round and then win one flawlessly. Is that what happened before? No, it didn't. Okay, I was wrong. I was right here, though. But here we go. 10-5. A pistol win here should be more than enough for Gambit. Unless EPG can really strut their stuff on the T side. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see them sort of give us a game. Give us something entertaining to watch. But so far, Gambit have definitely had their number. Especially when you consider that the pistol was actually won by EPG. If you win the pistol and you only manage to get 2 other rounds, you definitely haven't had a strong CT side. But let's hope that that can change. Pidu 50 and a little bit of utility for Yukinda. Everybody else with Kevlar. In the whole server, in fact. The CTs haven't bothered. Dosia kick things off. Does a lot of damage, but Yukinda will eventually hit the headshot. There's still 3 players actually over towards this site. And by the looks of things, they're trying to have a little bit of a wraparound. Mo is going to be the only person on A. Yukinda's already going to catch off a Dren. This is looking bleak at the moment. A hero play needs to be made, and Seized will at least manage to find one. Keep back in, and Hobbit needed to connect that first shot. Instead, leaves it all onto Mo, who's tagged down to just 9 HP. By the looks of things, this is going to be a second pistol loss. That's nice, though. Kree gets absolutely wrecked. Yukinda watching the backlines. I don't know why we're watching him. Nice shot from Femvicious, and one Mo has to be as clinical as ever. They haven't spotted... Whoa! He's at least getting some nice shots. That was tasty from Mo. I'll be surprised if he wins this, but hey, after those 2 shots, I don't really want to bet against him. He's always liked this map, but... let's see. He's going to be coming back in. Will be Yukinda to at least close things down. He has a decent pistol round. And it is going to be another, at least on the board. Force Spike coming back in. Now remember, T side of Nuke, pistol round was won by EPG, an instant return in the second round. Mistakes were definitely made, but they bought all SMGs on Nuke. This time they're being a bit safer. They've got a couple of rifles, wanting to make sure they get these conversion rounds. Either way, Yukinda already going to be kicking things off. He catches the aggression of Seized. Doesn't really take any damage in return either. Mo trying to do some work with the Scout. However, as of yet, isn't going to be able to do anything. Adrian, however, will. Got Hobbit with the Deeg as well. Looking to try and spam shots away, but can't find anything. And now Dosia has to pull off something ludicrous. He does manage to at least get a first. Slowly getting surrounded. This should be impossible. Behind him will come Yakindo. Okay, that was a bit sketchy, but Hooch is there to save him. 10-7. Both pistol and likely both conversion rounds are going to go the way of EPG. Nothing really invested in this round for the CT side, just the USPs, and, well, they'll be torn through. It's just going to be Hobbit remaining. Elian. He's actually going to get a quad kill while using the Deagle, so that's something at least. Now we get to see the buy, though. CT side, not going to be flawless. They're actually going to... Okay, how many players are going to buy head armor? That'll be the intriguing thing. Read the chat. There's a 2-minute delay today, so it's like, I can read it, but I won't be able to, you won't hear my response for like 120 seconds. So it's kind of like pointless. Not much utility invested. Already going to have Hinder kicking things off. And actually another kill comes in. The CT side not doing too well at the moment for Gambit. They've already pretty much lost this round. I feel like the save is going to be called. They'll get 2,900 into the next. So realistically, they could either force or just keep what they've got. Hobbit in a decent position here. Already going to be managing to take down one and a second as well, at least making things a little bit more costly for the T side. AK-47 retrieved, and this may actually warrant a buy if he can save with the rest of his team. Seized a bit of an off angle. Oh, and he's actually going to get the timing as well. Now this may not seem like a big difference, these couple of kills, but 2,900 plus 300 gives you 3,200, which is actually enough to drop a rifle. And same with Hobbit. So it actually will make quite a big difference to the possibility of them buying. Yeah, that'll be it. That'll be enough for them to actually go for the buy. So, interesting stuff. Now, for the T side, as although removing those weapons would have been wonderful, and they still have the money to buy anyway, it makes things a little bit more interesting. Kree not having the game of his life, 5 and 14 at the moment. Definitely going to need him to step up. Hobbit looking like he's going to try and take a bit of aggression, but the T's just running straight out onto the site. Spray control from Kree. A little bit wild, but he eventually gets himself the kill. Lots of damage being done, however, to the T side. They do have themselves a man advantage. And already Hooch is going to take down Hobbit as well. The boost from Dosia needs to be something epic if they're going to be able to steal this round away. He's going to hear Femvicious running. And actually, he gets nothing done. And Adren, again, has no real choice but to try and save here. He kicked the game off very well, but it's definitely slowed down. I am from the past. I'm from 2028. You will probably be from the future. Brilliant. Hooch even manages to take down Adrian at the end. And, well, really here the CT side should just save. Not worth going for anything too much more. It's 10-10. 5 rounds in a row for EPG. And I was expecting a good CT side from Gambit. But thus far, we have not seen it. However, we also haven't seen an AWP. And I think that could definitely be a turning point in this game. looking for some aggression, but it's expected by the T side. Been vicious. They're still just waiting patiently. This is actually smart. Just making sure that anything that the CTs do, they should be trapped. Hobbit. Not actually going to be burnt out of the corner, so he will at least be able to survive, but with the aggression being spotted over towards the B side of the map, they're going to throw in a little bit of utility, expecting maybe some rotation, and Hobbit should easily be caught, but actually he's going to take a kill or two. Hobbit is now the only one left alive, so they know exactly where he is, and they can just rotate away. And now it is going to be 11-10. The comeback has already been sufficed, as they have taken themselves the lead from 5 rounds down. Both pistols going the way of EPG, remember. The question is, can Gambit now step up to the table? They're expected to win this, and they're expected to win this map. They won the first map dominantly, and this is their choice. Hobbit just going to be waiting. I'm pretty good at getting these exit frags, but ultimately they haven't been impactful at all. The T's still have so much cash, and Hooch almost spots out his prey. And he even will take him down towards the end. Not going to make a difference in terms of the buy, other than the fact that there won't be an AK. But now we get to see the AWP, or maybe even AWPs. Hobbit could realistically pick up another one if he wanted it. I actually used to see seized AWP this map in the past for Na'Vi. Of course, the man who may be making a different choice is normally the last one to buy. And actually, yeah, there we go. Hobbit is actually going to pick up an AWP. Elian looking for the opener. Top of the board for his team currently. 17 and 14. Obviously, 4 of those kills at least were with pistols. Mo, however, will kick things off. And that's Elian down and out. The joint top fragger for his team. Free looking to try and sneak back around. Waiting for anybody to cross his path. Yakinda being tagged down to just 9 HP, and this is where the resurgence comes in. It's just the way that Gambit do it. I don't know, like, they just seem to win a flawless round the second they manage to win one. It's so peculiar. (11-11). Scoreline equalized once again. We'll see if EPG can return straight to the board. Obviously, keeping it flawless has definitely helped Gambit. In the case of a reset, and already Dosia's dead. And so is Mo. Both players over towards the B side just gone within seconds. You almost have to wonder if the CT side just have to save. I just don't think it's worth it. I just don't think it's worth challenging here. And already you can see the hunt begins for Hooch. He wants to try and remove some of this extra weaponry from the CT side. He knows that they're running for the hills now. If they keep these 3 players alive, a buy into the next round will be easy. No problems there. Question is, are they going to be allowed to? He's still pretty far away from actually removing any of these weapons from their hands. Adren with the AWP finds one, and Hobbit actually nets another. Or at least going to keep the T's honest. Still plenty of money. And it is going to be 12-11. EPG take themselves the lead back. But as said, the CT side will be able to buy. Mo handed his AWP, and the rest of the players can purchase. Gambit need the same sort of resurgence we saw last time they lost a round. Hooch is crazy. That's Scrubs reference. There you go. I appreciate that. go, though. Once again, T's looking to sneak back out. Mo kicks things off, but let's get tagged very low in the meantime. They are actually just going to continue this push. Kinder manages one, but is very quickly traded out. Then Vicious looking to try and push in onto the site. Still going to deal with Hobbit. And now Hooch is the only one remaining. 1 versus 2. There was a decent amount of utility and time. He's actually just going to fade back. Try and reposition, take another outlook on this round. I am still on 2-minute delay. I think if we change it to like a clean feed, it will be tomorrow. Hooch in a 1 versus 2. His team's economy is safe for now, but even just taking an extra kill could be enough to make things costly. 40 seconds left. Still has the bomb in his hands. Problem is with the aggression from Dosia, he should know that this is going to be a hit towards the A site. Now his position is just so impossible, and it won't even matter. Mo's going to close it down before Dosia can find that kill. And it will now be 12-12. Some weaponry can be juggled over, of course, but the T's... This is where crunch time begins. And this is what I like to see. Hooch is calling a pause before they run out of money. There's something I mentioned in the previous game with Team Spirit. Like, we saw them, like, sort of take... Or, no, it was Force, sorry. They took pauses after they'd run out of money. Here, Hooch is preemptively going, okay, this is crunch time. This is where we need to make our play. We lose this round. All of that money that we made up over the 6 streak is gone. And we give Gambit the lead and our economy reset. This is where we need some sort of tactics. This is where the changes need to be made. So they take a pause. And I love it. I love it. That's what I want to see. At the same time, Gambit, they win this round and it is the reset. Both teams, in fact. This is a massive round in this. Of course, if Gambit win this map, they are through to the semi-finals. They will be playing against QB Fire. Obviously, our other matchup is going to be Avantgarde versus Team Spirit. One of them will be making it through to the grand final. And, well, the winner of that will make it to the StarSeries finals. Aggressive push from Seized. Going to be taking that pop control. He seems to like playing where players can actually drop down. Pretty good at playing drop down on Cobblestone as well. Although that's not really going to be too valuable to him anymore. Lots of utility being expended over towards this B side of the map. But it's all an elaborate ruse. Hobbit already manages to take down one. Now we see the burst into the site. Now Seized is going to hear all of this. He knows exactly where they are. Comes in from behind. Nets one, but he can't do anything else. But the information at least is had. Hobbit continues to push. Should be traded out. However, Mo does the same. And that is the reset now. No money left for EPG, at least in this round. And the CT side are going to take back their lead. Not much invested in this round for the T's. Could be a few pistols. Mo already kicking things off. Definitely looking strong on this CT side. Nice shot from Femvicious at least. Doesn't manage to get anywhere near the gun, but at least remove one. And the CT side, remember, they don't have a huge amount of money, so even damage here could be something. Here we go, though. Pushing onto the site. Dosia. Ready and waiting. Seized. Actually takes a death. I'm quite surprised. And look at this flank. Huchin, Mo doesn't expect it. That's an AWP into his hands, and now things become very difficult. Dosia is completely surrounded, and he knows it as well, but they look to double back, and they may have overplayed themselves here a little bit. As they're going to go back towards the B side, Dosia still ready and waiting with the AK. He's out in the open, but it won't matter, and I feel like the CT side got a little bit lucky in that round. But that may just be enough for them. They win this next one. Loss bonus will be at 2,900. Not really enough to have a big buy on their side. Most definitely started to kick off. Hobbit's still 25 and 17. And on the other side, I'm still looking for Elian, really. I know that he's having a fairly... well, he's having an okay performance for him. I know that there's more in the locker. And they're going to need him with that AWP. Looking like he's going to go for that fast B pick once again. Dosia throws the nade in this time, and that is knocking him down to just 46 HP. Obviously the AWP, so it's not as much of a problem. Adren already finds that first kill, though. Nade. It's a decent amount of damage onto Seized, and Adren is already tagged low. Molotov going to be thrown in, but we will actually hear Femvicious cross over into the corner. And Seized is completely unaware. He doesn't know he's got a man right behind him. Femvicious should have a very easy kill. There you go. Executes his opponent. Leaves it down into a 4 versus 4. Hobbit going to start his rotation back. And Mo does manage to find one, but he's got to be careful because there's a man sneaking out of the Ivy. Although Cree, I think he's just about to be executed as well. The timing has not been nice in this round for a couple of players. Mo still just styling on the site, and they haven't been able to deal with him. Elian, only one left, and they do know where he is. He does have control of the bomb, but the fact is there's only 35 seconds left. He's tried to bait out a rotation, but Adren was already here. Elian actually manages to find another, but Mo does the rest. He has been excellent on this CT side, 22 and 13. And now, well, last-ditch effort coming in. Couple of AKs, a Deagle for Cree. Scout onto Yakinda. I think he dropped an AK. Now we get to see whether or not they are going to be able to close it out. Mo will be tagged early on. Yakinda at least doing a little bit of damage. Adren already catches one and is able to fade away. And of course, Mo does exactly the same with the AWP. Couple of players still looking to make a play out towards Ivy, which is currently not being watched. However, Hobbit's position going to be valuable. Just up above. Rotation coming in, but Elian with a nice pick. At least manages to net one. Adren looking to try and come in on a flank, but the smoke will hold him out at least for a second or two. T's having to go back to actually retrieve the bomb. Now, they've done some damage. A couple of lower players. Still gives them a chance. Hot flash going to be thrown over. These won't spot anything just yet. There's only 30 seconds left. They really need to get their move on. There's a couple of players looking to try and wait on the cross. They do look to push in towards this site. Seized. Have to be a little bit careful here. And actually, Adren's going to go down to Cree. The Deagle's still doing work. And Femvicious is now catching Seized as well. Maybe a little bit of over-aggression from the remaining players. Mo in the back lines is just going to be watching. Cree's managed to retrieve himself the scout, but it looks like this map may not be done just yet. Mo waiting for the cross, catches one. And actually maybe a distraction for those who comes in from behind and gets both kills. Gambit are going to win this one 16-12. It's done. It's dusted. They'll be the ones to face QB Fire. And we now know that it's Team Spirit versus Avangard and QB Fire versus Gambit in our semi-finals. One of those four teams will be making it through to the LAN. Gambit definitely the favorite in most eyes. Either way, that's it for tonight. If you have enjoyed, don't forget, you can type !caster in the chat. That will lead you to either Twitter or Instagram, depending on you. And, well, we'll be back again tomorrow with a little bit more CIS Counter-Strike.